Hi guys, my name is Shakil and I have something that will really interest you. So I started Jiu-Jitsu at a very good gym and I'm doing it right now for 6 weeks. And we always asked ourselves, how long does it take to get a black belt or go from white to blue or from blue to purple? So my gym announced the requirements for the belt systems. So it is according to my gym how what you need to switch belts. But we can take this as a generality for all the gyms to look what is acquired. They have a good high standard, but I will tell you how what you need to have. So if you're a white belt and you started out today, for example, the blue belt requirements of my gym are attendance should have attended a minimum of 250 classes, of which 180 should be fundamental classes, up to 30 basic classes, count hours to the fundamental classes. And then the knowledge. Good understanding of all the BJJ fundamentals, curriculum techniques and positions, gi and or no gi. Ability should have the ability to get on top, pass pin and then submit their opponents, not just catch opportunistic submission. Skills. You do not have to compete, but you should have the skill that is required to win a local IBGGF tournament at the previous belt with a decently large division against their peers, belt, age, weight, gender. So, okay, if you want to go from white belt to blue belt, basically saying you need to have at least 250 classes. So that means if you go to training every day, it would be 250 days, more or less. But not everyone can train every day, so you have to think about it. If you can train 3 times per week and you have to do 250 classes, we can calculate how much you need. I mean, 250 per 3, so it would be 83 weeks, and 83 weeks would be like 1.5 year would take you to get to a black belt, to a blue belt, sorry. Okay, and then we are in blue belt after 250 days or 1.5 years. To go from purple belt needs to fulfill all the previous belt requirements. The attendance requirements can be halved in this case. Time needs to have been a blue belt for a minimum of 2 years, IBGGF requirements. So you need to have stack another 2 years. So that would be more or less 3.5 years to get to purple from white. Good understanding of all the BJJ advanced curriculum techniques and positions for both gi and no gi. Ability should have the ability to get on top, pass pin and then submit their opponents. Not just catch opportunistic submission. Skill, you do not have to compete, but you should have the skill that is required to win a local IBJJF tournament at the previous belt with a decently large division against their peers belt. Belt, age, weight, gender. Okay, so 3.5 years if you are fast, if you are making it real fast. Otherwise, it can take you up to 5 years. But we go for if you're really dedicated, and let's say you have a year to get, 1 year and 3 months to get to blue, then from there to purple, 3 years, 3.5 years, that's very good. And then to brown belt. Okay, the time needs to have been a purple belt for a minimum of 1.5 years, IBGF requirements. So we are already by 4.5, 5 years, and that means like consistent discipline. You always show up, you go most of the time, Should have attended a minimum of 400 classes, needs to follow the BJJ self-study guide for the belt. Knowledge, very deep understanding and the ability to teach all the BJJ lab fundamentals, curriculum, techniques and positions for both gi and no gi. Ability, should have the ability to get on top, pass pin and then submit their opponents, blah blah blah. And then skill, you do not have to compete, but you should always have the skill that is required to win local tournament against division, gender, etc. So we're already at 4.5 years, I think, or up to 5, something like that. And then black belt requirements is like you need to be at least 1 year brown belt. So we are at 6 years. You should have attended a minimum of 400 classes. Self-studying, deep understanding of all the technicians, advanced curriculums, techniques, positions, ability, should have the ability, every ability like that is available in Jiu-Jitsu. So we're up to 5-6 years, and this is like discipline. If you go let's say you go twice a week, it takes you around 10 years, brother. If you go every day and you push it and you find time, you throw your work out of the window, you quit your job, you live with your parents and you give everything, you go every day, once, twice, 5 years. If you take it real serious, 5-6 years. Otherwise, good luck, 10, 11, 12 years. That's the rule set of my gym. It's general. They say IBJJF requirements, so you can watch that, what is required. So, but I said everything that needs to be said. And those are the years that you need to put in the work. But yeah, as Craig Jones said, it's nice to have, but I don't focus too much on the belts because I just want to enjoy the process. Otherwise, it will fuck with my mind too much. So guys, anyway, nice to meet you and we see us.